On the 17th of the 3rd, 2020, a new gimmick was introduced into the game. This single gimmick would change the course of Brawl Stars, effectively changing how you play the game. And this gimmick would be called Gadgets. Over the past 4 years, we have had over 158 gadgets in the game. Some completely benefit the brawler, complementing their playstyle and overall viability in the game, while others are completely useless. In this video, I'll be going over the most useless gadgets in the game, starting now with Fidget Spinner. Dynamite is a true force to be reckoned with within Brawl Stars, and for some odd reason no one's talking about how OP his Satchel Charge gadget is. This gadget allows Dynamite to stun the enemies for 1.5 seconds, which gives an ample amount of time for Dynamite to do some crazy plays. This can't be said for the Fidget Spinner. So the Fidget Spinner spins Dynamite furiously with movement speed, and throws multiple sticks of Dynamite around himself, and each Dynamite deals 2,400 damage to the enemies. He basically throws like 20 sticks within a 9 tile radius around him, and each stick deals, 2,400 damage. And he receives a little bit of a speed boost for 2 seconds. Now, I remember when this gadget came out and there were a lot of videos about people trying to get a kill with it. And the reason why is, believe it or not, getting a kill with this gadget is pretty hard. It went through so many changes, and yet it is heavily RNG based. Sometimes you can get nearly 5k damage, and most of the time you do like nothing. You can't even use your super or main attack, which makes you very vulnerable to close range opponents like Edgar and Mortis. Another gadget that is absolutely useless is Griff's second gadget, Coin Shower. From the description, it sounds pretty good. 33% more damage means more DPS. But hitting with Griff, believe it or not, is kinda hard. Well, hitting consistently at least. This gadget is really situational. If an Edgar or Fang is diving on you, then this gadget can find some use, but usually the gameplay with Griff is to poke from medium range, which the regular attack already does pretty good. And on top of that, the other gadget is more versatile and helps Griff in so many other ways. It opens up Griff to more potential, far more than what this gadget can actually imagine. Another gadget that was kind of bombed by nerfs was Sneaky Sneakers for Max, and this nerf kind of made this gadget completely useless. I can see the inspiration they were going with, Tracer's recall ability from Overwatch. On paper this sounds pretty fun to use, to be honest, especially for Max. You go into a dangerous situation and teleport back instantly so as to a safe place, and it encourages more aggressive play, which is good and all. But the reason why it kinda sucks now is because it used to have a 4-second timer, which would decrease to a 3-second timer. And honestly, I think people just started to be too over-reliant on this gadget for saving them. You get your health back, which is pretty good, but the 3-second timer isn't much, and you don't have a lot of time to make play, which is why people use Max's other gadget, which is a Shelly Dash, but she's invincible during the duration, making it like 50 times better. Some honorable mentions can be Bonnie's gadget. Do I even have to say anything? This gadget's kinda dookie. And Motherly Love. I'll be honest, this gadget kinda ruins the point of Eve, which is to be an annoying spawner brawler. Her babies are supposed to be irritating to the enemy. There's no point for Eve to be a healer when Poco and Byron just so happen to exist, significantly more than what this gadget can imagine. It's definitely not the worst out of them all. But the worst thing you can do is not subscribe to me, because I'm trying to reach 2k subscribers and every help counts. So please subscribe. Believe it or not is BB's extra sticky gadget. Let me explain. The inconsistency with this gadget is really weird. I know at the moment BB is riddled with bugs, and this gadget just adds on to that. Like, the point of this gadget is to slow down the enemy, but BB's entire kit is to knock people away. This is problematic because some may say, well, what if they're running away and you need to catch on to them? Most of the time while you're playing as BB, you're supposed to hit the enemies onto a wall, so that way they don't run away. And that just makes this gadget useless. Because if you're already knocking people onto a wall, which makes them able to escape from you less likely, why would you need a gadget to slow them down? But another inconsistency with this gadget is that it overrides your hypercharge effect for BB. Yeah, this gadget for whatever reason just erases your hypercharge effect, so instead of the hypercharge variant of your bubble there, it uses the gadget's variant, which is kinda weird and it messes up a lot of plays. If you compare this to BB's other gadget, It's far more superior and is a necessity for all BB players. Getting passive healing while in battle is just huge for making plays, and improves BB sustainability a lot. But that's about wraps it up for the video. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Tonteh for actually making this thumbnail. The guy hit me up and honestly man, you're a goat. Go follow him on his socials, I'll leave it in the description. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe.